Pro. And
Yay!
we're live from the desert with UFO.
The countdown, I'm going.
Yeah. There we go.
He's crooked.
Is he crooked? See, I thought he was crooked. All right. Well, thank you for joining us in the desert with the UFO. I love it. It's just perfect for today's topic. See, it's backwards. We're looking at the camera and then it looks the other way. There. How's that? He's still crooked. There we go. Well, aloha, Roxanne.
And everybody here.
Andrea,
Purple
Allie,
Blaze, Allie,
Nana,
Andrea.
All right. Well, today is going to be fascinating, and we're gonna lift off into the subject in a moment.
Oh my goodness!
Because first, now this is very interesting. There is a prediction.
Hi, Venus.
That has been made,
Venus, if you will.
That has been made. Vera, would you like to share what you picked up on that's happening, revolving around what with Leah Remini with Scientology?
With the Danny Masterson trial. And I was talking with Sammy last night, and I was telling her, I don't believe Scientology is going to be around in no more than 5 years. And it's all to Leah Remini.
Wow.
Yeah. She was the catalyst that started everything going.
Isn't that?
Yeah. And not that others didn't try before.
Oh, yeah.
But it was just time. The timing. Yeah.
She spearheaded it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said.
So everyone before her, kudos to you too.
Absolutely. Because it's all a part. You know, we start to lay the groundwork for the next person.
I like groundwork.
Yeah. Hi, Zeri and Azul.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah. So many of us love this topic. And a lot of us have had sightings and experiences. So Soul Tribe, we would love to hear from
your side.
We would love to hear if you have had a sighting or an experience or know someone that has. Please share today. So on that note, just so as you know, if you have a question for Vera about your past life or your birthmark, what past life was it from, or a current life situation that you'd like Vera's input about, you can ask in super chat. So it's really wonderful to have that option during our live show. And so we're going to, again, lift off into our topic. And we should also let you know, a lot of you already do, that Vera's specialty is soul journey sessions, which is also known as a past life regression. You've had many years working with hypnosis clients around the nation and internationally. And of course, your psychic ability comes into play. So you can tell us about our past lives, but you have an expertise of taking people to their past lives. As well as
Hi, Effie.
Sometimes it's something that we want to have understanding about in this lifetime. Which is kind of what the situation you're going to be talking about today.
I'm sure a lot of people have had sightings. I know my husband did. You've had them.
Yes. My mom.
I've had them. Yeah.
You did
While
too.
going over Altamont.
Right.
With Linda. Yeah.
And just so as you know, the Altamont that Vera's talking about is it's like a hilly area that separates the town I grew up in and the town that she grew up in, and
the area.
And it's this area that's had a lot of sightings because of a lot of people speculate, the Lawrence Livermore lab and Sandia lab. So we have this hot spot. But the story you're going to be sharing today not necessarily took place in California, did it, Vera?
No, it did not. And gosh, now I don't know where. No,
Which
it was
state?
It was in Oklahoma.
It was in Oklahoma.
Yeah. But the oldest, there's 4 brothers. So, of course, with I can't remember what tribe they're from, but they embrace ETs because they see them as soul brothers, soul sisters, whatever.
So it's a Native American brothers.
Yes. Okay. So there were brothers, and I think the youngest was 6, and then I believe the oldest was, at the time of the sighting, was 12. Well, it's not just a sighting. They were taken.
Wow.
Is what they remember. And when I did the regression, it was separate. I did separate appointments. I mean, it was the same day,
Right.
but I took one at a time.
Right.
So
right,
I didn't,
right.
didn't know what the other one was going to say or what,
Mhm.
and it was, they've all had the same pretty much memory, except for the youngest
Wow.
one, because I believe he was just a little too young to remember.
I see. Wow.
But so he went with what the other brothers were saying,
Mhm.
In life, not during the regression. So he was listening to them. He remembers being somewhere, but he just doesn't remember. He didn't at that time remember everything.
Right.
So I went from the older brother down.
Got
So
you.
I started with the older brother, and whenever they first came to me, they were so, how do I say it? They looked like they were beat to hell. They look older than what they were.
Really?
The oldest brother had a cane. He couldn't walk
Okay.
without a cane, and I don't believe they were that old. I think the oldest was 50-ish at the time.
I see.
And you just go down the line, but yeah, he was the one that had the cane, but the youngest one looked the oldest.
So you had done these sessions. It was back. It's been years
With Sylvia's
since.
office.
Yeah. So this was years ago when you did these sessions. Okay. And they looked older than what they were.
Yes, age-wise in this life.
And very kind of like not hobbling, but you were saying.
No, they were hobbling.
Like, yeah.
They could barely walk. They were in pain.
Wow.
Things like that. The oldest brother seemed to be the worst.
Really?
Yeah, he kept saying that he's getting, because they believed that they were still being taken. And he thought at the time that he was the one that was more examined than the rest of them. So, and I don't know how they got that between them. I don't remember. It's been so long.
So they felt that they were being experimented on? Got it.
And so whenever we did the regression, the first one was amazing. It was beyond amazing. The second one pretty much validated the first one, if you want validation.
Right.
The third one, same thing. The youngest one, it was awesome as well. And then they came to all find out after the last one, because each one got to see what it was all about, because they went back to that time in this life when they were taken.
And when they were on the ship, did they have memories?
Yeah.
So they were on a bed or something, and they were being examined, or what they remembered as being experimented.
Yeah. It was kind of like, it had, like they said, rows.
Wow.
Of people.
So there was many people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So wow. But what they found out at the end, because during this whole time they're like, because they listened to the internet, they listened to what other people had said about UFOs and how dangerous they were and this and that, and they're just trying to come here and take over and all this stuff. That's what they grew up with, because they were not on the reservation anymore. They were displaced.
Right.
Or their family was displaced. They weren't. It was already over by then. But yeah, so what they found out was the aliens were not experimenting on them. They were helping them for future illnesses.
Wow.
They did nothing. They were loving. I'm getting chills. Oh my God. These guys were crying. The people that they were seeing were so loving and kind, and they were stroking their head, their forehead, saying, "We would never do that to you. We were helping you."
Oh my God.
Yeah. So then after that, the brothers just realized they were doing it to themselves. They were listening to other people. They were feeling like, oh, then I have to be ill. Right. They've been experimenting on me. Even though it's not conscious thinking, subconsciously, that's what they were thinking.
Right. And then of course it's affecting our body, and it wears on the body.
And they couldn't talk to the mother because the father was not in the picture at that time. They couldn't talk to their mother because it was like, you don't talk about stuff like that. It was so ingrained that you don't, talk the spirituality, because it was supposed to be Christianity.
Right. Oh my gosh.
So then after that, I just found out from the oldest brother, it was probably maybe 2 or 3 months after that, no cane. They were walking better. They didn't feel
Wow.
sick.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Isn't that
it was amazing. Yeah.
amazing?
Yeah. Aw.
That is
Yep.
amazing.
So it was
Wow.
so cool. But then they realized, hey, they're here to help. It's not
Mhm.
all bad. It's not all negative.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's what we see. I mean, look at the alien movies. You see these movies all the time that are really bad like that,
Yeah. Because they want you to be scared.
Exactly.
And people love being scared.
Yeah, right. But
Most people, well, I shouldn't say most, some people do.
it's what a testimonial.
It was amazing because I was thinking, oh God, they're going to be seeing these aliens and they're going to be freaking out.
Long, big
Because
old
there's
thing on
ad
your side.
reactions
Yeah,
you
right.
can have in a regression, but it's not anything bad.
Isn't
It's just
that
you have to be calmed down a little bit because the emotionality is so strong when you're seeing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's an amazing testimonial for the power of the mind.
Yeah.
And
it is.
And it's also just an amazing example of how other planets are here to help us.
Right.
I mean, there might be rogues here and there if you hear an experience that was really bad, but that's like in any planet.
Right.
And the other planets are actually more elevated than this planet in general. I mean, a lot more spiritually elevated.
But I'm not going to invalidate other people's experiences because that may be their experience.
Right.
But for this one, it was not.
Yeah. And I just think it's just so cool. I mean, and you've had how many past lives where people have had on other planets that we're helping.
Exactly.
We've had a past life where we were intentionally trying to help this planet. So many of us were doing exactly what those entities
are doing.
Aliens were doing.
Yeah.
So,
and Sylvia always has told us emotions can cause illness.
Right.
Physically.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
The fears.
They manifest. Yeah.
Exactly. Wow. So that's, it's, and what an amazing testimony to the strength of the spirit, because once we grab onto that truth, look at how it changed him like that.
Yes.
So that's just so cool.
Yeah. They were so awesome, those guys. They really wanted it to not be, they wanted help. They wanted respite.
Right.
Yeah. And then they were told they were not taking any more except that one, because they only had to, when they fixed it, they fixed everything.
Right. Right. Thank you, Eric. Let's see. What's Eric saying here? Should we pop that on there?
Yeah.
With all my UFO experiences, I've had one in my life. I've always wondered if I've ever been abducted.
And if so, why? And it's Eric, it's for you to remember that you've done what they're doing because you've been in other planets. So it's just a reminder. It's just something that you can resonate to, and that it piques your interest, and then you start delving into it in this lifetime, and then you feel that resonance.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you've always wondered that.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Wow, that's amazing. One of the things that stood out to me about this too is that we were just talking with someone this week, and they were talking
Eric
about
in that lifetime, when he was on the other planets, you were helping with what is it that Michael J. Fox is happening?
Is it multiple? No, it's
whatever Michael J. Fox illness is. That's what your expertise was when they were trying to make you remember, not make you, but have you remember that you have a purpose in life and that you are a healer.
Oh, and I want to know.
Parkinson's.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Just this week, there was someone that we were talking to, and they had concerns about hypnosis and being out of control. It was actually at the salon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she was interested in it, but she was a little concerned about that part of it. And so this is really great because it shows it's not scary. It's actually, because so many times our mind goes to it's a scary, different things are scary thing, but it's really a positive.
But if you have rapport with your hypnotist, then you're not going to be afraid. That's what the pre-talk is about. And that's why I always told my clients, if you don't feel comfortable in the pre-talk, go to someone else. And the hypnotist should not be offended in any way, because we want you to have the best experience. So if it doesn't fit, it's okay. You go and find someone else that you can trust.
Yeah. And also, they're not going to find out anything that they're not meant to find out, or they're not ready to find out.
They will not.
And they're not out of control. That's
another
guardianship
concern. Of the mind.
That was another concern, was being out of control.
Yeah. No, that's abreaction, because it's the emotionality of, I told you guys that story about the lady in the hotel room that was screaming because she had a log fall on her leg.
So okay, there's no log. Relax. But it's hard, right?
Yeah,
when the
that's why in the pre-talk we have to talk about that, and saying that you're going to listen to the sound of my voice. You keep doing these filters where if it does happen, then you control it like that. You don't allow them to keep that, because you've been there, done that. You don't have to experience it physically. You're there to see what you need to let go or what you need to bring forward. It's not having to go through that angst again.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the part I love, is that understanding.
Yeah.
That helps so much. So it's not a scary thing. And we've had so many people that at first were concerned about that.
Definitely,
right?
Roxanne.
Seen something
you have many times. Yeah.
Okay. The other thing that I liked about that too was, we mentioned it, the greater message through their shared experience about how other planets are good. Not necessarily trying to hurt us and take over and everything. We talked about that. Oh, that's so amazing. By the way, if anyone would like to have a soul journey session with Vera, you can go to our website and you can book one. You can be in person, but you can also do them through Zoom.
Yeah.
And
Nana, that's the reason why you have a pre-talk, because there is trauma, but there is a partnership that you have with your client and the hypnotist, that we're on the journey together, and there's nothing to be afraid of. It's a past life that you go into and experience, but you're not actually, there, but you're there for the experience, to visually see it or hear it or know it. So that's why it's, like I say, a dance, a partnership kind of thing.
Oh, I just loved it when you did that regression for me and we taped it and we put it on our channel. Yeah. It was just, you have such a talent for leading us down the path.
Yeah. Well, I can't lead.
Oh, no. Okay. That's the wrong word. Journey.
Follow you on your path.
On the
if you're doing a regression, you have to allow the client to tell you. If it's a past life reading, then I can tell them or lead them to it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was, but what was really neat about it too, is that you see, you sense or you feel different things. And then your voice is like, you're not in the foreground. You're almost like you're like a companion almost, on the path. And if you've never experienced that,
but again, the guardianship of the mind, you will not go anywhere that you are not ready for. And sometimes people are disappointed in that. Right. Because they really wanted to go somewhere that they thought they really needed help with, and they just would not go.
Yeah.
And they were so frustrated, but it's just not time.
And you know what is so cool is we're not expecting it, but the thing that we do see, we might not realize at the second, that's what we needed even more than what we thought we needed.
Exactly.
And it's just very fulfilling to gain that understanding of whatever it is that we're seeking.
It's like Allie, she was the one, if you don't mind me saying, I won't say it unless you want me to. But Allie had an experience.
A UFO experience? Or a past
no, a cocooning, because it kind of reminds you of a cocoon kind of thing when you're in a regression, because you're so bathed in God's love that you just know that you can handle it. And it's, again, the been there, done that. I emphasize that several times in the pre-talk and in the relaxation part of it.
Yeah.
So been there, done that. It's for our experience so that we can let things go or bring them forward.
Right. I love that. It's just, it's never not interesting.
Yeah.
The stories like
Yeah.
this one you hadn't shared with us before. So when you brought it up, I was like, what?
Oh, see, I thought I had
4 brothers who individually
Yeah.
remembered the same experience.
Yeah. I believe I talked about it once, but just the older brother.
I see.
I think I did. I obviously didn't, but yeah.
Wow. Oh, let's see now.
Wow, what's going on? Let's see.
Was the snake that tempted Eve in the garden a reptilian alien? Do you think? I always thought so.
What is that? When I had hypnosis, the therapist made me see things. You can't be made to see things as a viewer, instead as myself, so I can feel bad emotion when healing trauma events. I understand what you're saying. So you see it so that you can understand it and then let it go. Because that's the thing. It never ever goes away forever. It's part of your experience, but it's not something that affects you anymore. It's not something that you can't move forward from.
Right,
Yeah.
right. My understanding, Nana, was that the snake, but I would love to hear if you get something different, Vera.
Mhm.
It's just my understanding from the philosophy we know, is all I was going to say, is that the snake is representative of knowledge. In coming into life. So the Garden of Eden is on the other side, and then the snake is like, that knowledge and coming into life.
But it's open to interpretation, isn't it?
I was
Because
just
if
gonna
the
ask
person
you.
doesn't like snakes and is teaching a class, they're going to say, "Oh, that snake is evil."
And Vera, do you feel that in some way that it might be actually a reptilian alien? That's Nana's question. Instead of a symbolic thing, is it more like a reptilian alien in that Bible legend?
I don't get that.
Okay.
It's just
like a symbol.
Yeah.
Got
And
you.
Eric has doubts about taking a Reiki class. Okay. Do you have doubts about the person giving the class? If you have any doubts, I would not do it because I trust your intuition.
Amen. I like that.
Yeah. Even if it's a friend, sometimes things can go askew. So, yeah.
We're reading. All right. Very cool. Well, while you're reading.
Okay. Oh, there's more.
I was gonna, Do you have more on that story? Oh, there was an angel I wanted to share with you all because this is a great angel for releasing fear. And that's the thing when it comes to like these 4 brothers and seeing that truth in that past experience and seeing that truth revealed, that is what this angel helps to specialize in, because so many times in life it's just kind of like a programmed thing, just how with society, or whether it's religion, or whether it's a lot of people talking to someone or their parent or people's parents, that it, like in this case, that aliens are there for a bad purpose. But whatever it is, it's a cell memory or it's a negative programming that if we can release that baggage, which is exactly what the Dominion angel, she's perfect for that. That's what her function is strength, because
I love her.
It takes strength to be able to release what we've learned when it comes to stuff like that, especially when it's stuff about ourselves or religion that maybe some type of organized religion. Like we've been doing a lot of looking into this Scientology stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not just them. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And
Eric, I wouldn't take that class if I were you. There's something else in the healing field that you're going to be that's close to Reiki, but it's something different that you're going to be doing. So it's just, you could take it if you like and just get the information, see how it feels, information, whatever, but you're going to be doing something not totally different, but different. It's still healing. So that's what I mean by it's the same. And some physicians started it. I'll have to look it up.
Oh, that's exciting. Oh, you'll have to let us know, Eric.
Zul used to be a sculptor. Cool. That's why too.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, I just wanted to finish with telling you that what you've been through does not control you Only you.
Amen.
Yes, only you do. So this is an angel that is perfect for helping you to change that narrative of whatever it is and turn it into a positive. And you can do that through visualizing, like with the brothers.
Yeah.
And instead of focusing on this tragedy or bad things that might have in their mind happened to them, then what we want to do is we want to see ourselves succeeding, happy, free, enjoying our life.
Exactly.
And that affects our body, whatever it is that we're thinking.
Yeah.
So her function is strength. And that's exactly what we utilize is our strength to be able to change that narrative.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to share. The angel.
A Reiki class, Eric, won't make or break you, but that is not what you're going to be doing. It can help you see what others are doing, because I like doing that too. So like education is not bad in any way, shape, or form. So if you want to take the class, take it. I just wouldn't take it from at this point right now, maybe take it in a month or two, because the timing is just not right for some reason. But it's going to lead you into something else, which you're already kind of going into.
Now
I know I said that too, Roxanne. I did. Didn't I tell you that?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you did. That's cute. I like that.
Little Sammy.
Well, now, does anyone have any other UFO or alien stories that you'd like to share? Or any more super chat questions for Vera?
And today's a 9/9.
Oh, it is
9/9 energy, guys. With the blue moon is about closing things up, putting things tight in a tidy bow and putting it away or throwing it out. And 9 is the same thing: completeness, harvest.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. Azul says, I haven't been contacted by several ETs. I think it was because
she has.
Oh, she has.
I have been contacted by
several ETs. Because I was one of them back in the day.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Isn't that neat? Oh, that's really cool.
And that's why we talk about Cardiff. He's the head of all the ETs that come into other planets.
Right. He's on the other side.
Right. He's on the other side.
Yeah. And he heads up the.
So if you want to really see one, call on Cardiff.
Yeah. That's okay. All right. Oh, no.
Well, you and I are simpatico, because I can't either.
All right. Let's see what Andrea is sharing. My grandpa said he's almost abducted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
They come as how you want to see them.
Interesting. Wow. I seen if
Area 51 is real. Yes, they do.
I swear I still am convinced I saw one get off an airplane one time.
Yeah.
In New Mexico.
You did. You did.
Okay, I have to share.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, seriously, I'm not even joking right now. When we were back at the office, I'll never forget it. Francine told us, or Sylvia told us that that aliens, they shuffled and they have these low-hanging arms, and then they shuffle and they have a horse face. And that's very hard to imagine. But I was sitting in the airport one time and there was this guy and he came shuffling off the airplane and his arms were really long. I mean, and he was like,
I could just picture it.
Yeah. And her
underbite.
It was like this, and his face was elongated and he was like jutting out his chin, like not intentionally. And his eyes were really beady, like he was nervous. I don't know. I felt like he was wondering if people knew he's an alien. I swear to you, it sounds crazy, but I'm convinced of it. And that was just happened to be in New Mexico.
That's awesome.
I know.
Your English is perfect.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Anyway, I know it sounds like I'm picking on somebody that
I'm with you, Allie.
But it's.
I know. I love aliens. They're nice. They're great. I'm just not excited about them.
They're like an entity like us that happens to be from another planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I love them. I mean, I think they're
Yeah.
great. Help us. Yes.
It's an interesting
Yeah.
mystery.
If one wanted to come visit, come on down.
Did she say all aliens are like that? Well, one of
No.
the things that we
It's how you see them too.
yeah.
Because they may look
Yeah,
totally
right.
different.
I know they're gonna shuffle.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know, it
and
sounds
it is in
funny.
a deep way. I agree with you because it is very deep. Yeah.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is that one of the things that the other
And then you turn around and say, Chrissy, want to be my girlfriend?
and then oh, that's so cute. Well, anyway, but one of the things that the other
It
side
reminds me of Sling Blade. Remember Sling Blade movie? Say that twice.
Oh, I think I do.
Things
Yes,
on
I do remember that
Yeah.
movie. But the other side has said that in colonizing this planet, the different, like say, continents, how the different continents of people look, was from just the different planets is all. And so that I thought was interesting because to answer the
I thought you had
question,
a bug in your hair. Sorry, that's why I was looking.
but to answer your question about if all aliens look alike, to Vera's,
No.
point, they look different. And
Just
then
like
there's the
Mother
different
God looks
planets
different to
and the
everybody.
different races
Yeah.
here. It's just from other planets. Valerian.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Very fun. All right.
Yeah.
Was there any other?
I didn't mean to make fun of aliens. Am I going to
Oh,
get
no.
culture canceled?
No, I hope not. Yeah, really. There's many things we can't say these
No.
days. Yeah. It's in the intent though, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what sometimes is missing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
We throw the baby out with the bathwater.
All right, Vera. Was there anything else that we want to tell our friends?
Yes, they do. Aliens hang out at Starbucks because they're hooked on caffeine.
You just never know, though. I mean, in all seriousness, Angus told me one time that there was an alien I met an alien in San Francisco at a bar or something once, and I didn't know who he was talking to. I mean, talking about, but it just makes me feel like we can meet them anywhere because they come into the planet to help and stuff, and I don't know how, but I mean, that's what he said. Do you pick up on anything
Yeah, but
about
it's
that?
something different. It's weird.
Okay.
Not different. It's just
maybe he was
they were.
joking. Oh,
Huh?
no,
No, it was like they were protecting you.
Oh, that's really nice.
Well, because something was going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because I remember one time he also said that. Oh my gosh, you just reminded me.
What?
There was another time where I was going to go to the city and he told me not to go because somebody was going to put something in my drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's interesting. Isn't that amazing though? I love that because it shows that they're here to help us.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Wow.
Yeah, I know. I understand.
I should get a t-shirt.
I'm going through that right now. Yeah. I'm going to get one that says challenge reality.
Yeah, I like that.
I love that button.
That is really cool. That was dead air.
Because the first thing that comes to my mind is, but it's not a good person.
Who?
I hope they're not aliens.
Who? You don't want to say?
Doesn't Mitch McConnell look like an alien?
He looks like poor turtles. He gives turtles a bad rap.
When they say parrots too. He looks like a parrot.
You guys, I literally Googled a politician that looks like a turtle and his name came up. I'm not even being mean. It was true.
It's a meme.
Yeah. Just saying. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I think Obama could be an alien.
Here to do good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Allie.
She's
laughing with us.
Where?
Right here.
Oh. She's so cute.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Soul Tribe. And Vera and I,
they are cute.
We're looking forward to this move is coming up. It's coming up the first week in October. We're going to be
3
Making a
weeks.
big move to the desert where the UFOs
You
are.
got a lot of packing to do. I'm done.
And
a
we
lie.
can't wait to do. Yeah, turtles are cute. In
Mhm.
fact, I have a sea turtle totem. So, but yeah, we can't wait to be vlogging with you and showing you, you know, every step of the way, minus a tarantula or two.
We'll even include them as special
Mhm.
guests.
Especially for Nana. We know
Yeah.
just kidding. For all of you. And you are going to be with us every step of the way. But we still have a few more weeks
no
here.
weapons formed. I seen a UFO when I was a kid. Awesome.
Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, if you'd like No Weapons Formed, maybe you could share your story.
Yeah.
Because I know we're getting off the air soon, but after the video is over, if you would like to share in the comments. And that goes for everyone. Please, you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, you know, help us with our mission and getting the information about past lives and angels.
Because every step of the way is going to be about the center.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
All right. We love you.
All right. We love you. And thank you for joining us.
And Chrissy?
Journey with us.
All right. Here we go.